It's the Shamrocks and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Shamrocks of St. Louis taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a third-year pro and third overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now. That's Trey Lance.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing, Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
Well, partner, we've watched as they reach 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Jones. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now 2nd and 3. And Lance going to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Cam Akers with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Paris Campbell now on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Keeps it. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now he's free up the right sideline. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Flushed out right.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Akers back-to-back catches.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the...
On the double.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Jones.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Lance now on first down.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Akers is in for a touchdown. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Blankenship out for the point after.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll find Hodgins there complete.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit.
Gano's kick is good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As that to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Steps away. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Jones' throw, meanwhile, taken in by Waller. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And brought down there by Taylor Rapp. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
He's got Smith here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
On first down, Lance. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Akers. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith,
30 yards.
And the Shamrocks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, hey.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Jones.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
A short throw pulled it.
And oh, he coughed it up. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hodgins in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your...
There he goes, right side. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
New York ready to go again offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is blocked by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done second time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Going right back to Akers.
He gets away from one, and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Lance now on first down.
Escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now a play fake. Lance. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.